So what do you know?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for what's fact and what's fiction in Hulu's true crime drama series Under the Bridge. Warning, spoilers ahead.
I don't want to say something to incriminate myself.
Number 10. Rebecca Godfrey went to Victoria to write a book. Wrong. Under the Bridge opens with New York author Rebecca Godfrey, played by Riley Keough, returning to her childhood city of Victoria, British Columbia. She tells everyone she's there to write about the, quote, misunderstood girls of Victoria.
I was just saying, no one is forcing you to write about Victoria.
Yeah, well, I can't seem to think about anything else.
Her arrival coincides with the disappearance and murder of Reena Virk. However, in real life, Godfrey was still in the US when friends told her about the case, and she'd seen a headline in the New York Times.
You're here writing a book.
Yeah,
So why don't you go back to New York to finish it?
because I can't finish it in New York.
Why?
Because this is what I'm writing about.
While her first book, The Torn Skirt, was about crime and youth in Victoria, she was already working on it. This is one of many changes the creators of the Hulu series made to speed up the timeline of events.
Do we have to, do all that right away?
Well, why not?
Because I just got here and it's a lot and I need a minute.
Number 9. Josephine Bell started the attack on Reena Virk. Right. In the series, Reena Virk spreads false rumors about Josephine Bell, the ringleader of the so-called gang Crips Mafia cartel, which is the catalyst to the violence under the Craig Flower Bridge. Bell plots her revenge with best friend Kelly Marie Ellard, but tells Dusty Pace they would initiate Virk into CMC.
We can initiate Reena tonight. It'll be a little surprise.
In reality, Pace, the likely fictional counterpart to Missy Pike, believed Virk was intimate with her boyfriend and had her own reason to get back at Virk. But, as we see in the show, she took responsibility for her part in the crime and expressed remorse.
I should have had her back, but I thought that if I did, they'd come for me too.
Meanwhile, Josephine Bell, a pseudonym for Nicole Cook, maintained she was not involved in Virk's murder. However, she admits to burning her with a lit cigarette.
It was so quick.
And then she pushed me, and then Kelly jumped up.
Number 8. Warren Glowatsky was arrested at a school dance. Wrong. Episode 6 of Under the Bridge sees some of the characters preparing to attend a dance at their school. It's here that officers Roy and Cam Bentland question Warren Glowatsky's girlfriend Samara Bailey. She hesitantly tells them that he admitted to watching Kelly Ellard kill Reena Virk.
Kelly was doing this. 187 to her.
187. You know what that means?
Yeah, it's gang talk or whatever. Murder.
When Glowatsky arrives at the dance, he's quickly arrested and doesn't resist. In real life, he went to find his girlfriend at a shoreline gathering, knowing he'd be taken into custody.
This is so embarrassing, Warren. Everyone else is here. I feel like I can't even trust you anymore.
Bailey, whose real name is Sarita Hartley, was interrogated by the police multiple times and testified at his trial. Although the show implies that she didn't want to speak to Warren, in real life, she reportedly begged to see him after his arrest.
I thought you were my dad or Samara.
She still hasn't visited.
She doesn't want to talk to me.
Number 7. Reena made accusations against her father. Right.
You know, if you're really that miserable, I do know a way you can get out of there. But you're gonna have to be a gangster. Like me.
One of the most shocking moments in the series is when Reena Virk reports she was mistreated by her father Manjeet. Whether or not it was Josephine Bell who told her to make false allegations is unknown, but her parents believed it was these so-called friends who influenced their daughter's reckless decision.
That's
They're actually holding that out as a good thing.
Yes.
Good thing.
Yes. She doesn't have to live by our rules. She can be out all hours of the night with no supervision, and we'll even give you spending money so you can do what you want.
Wanting the same freedom as her friends in foster care, she lied about her home life to join them at the youth home. Reena later retracted her false claims, dropping the charges, and moved back home shortly before her death.
Reena, it's dinner time. You should be sitting with us.
Okay, I'm coming.
Reena?
I'll be home by 11.
Where are you going?
Reena,
Reena?
please.
Reena! She wants to go. Let her go.
Number 6, Josephine showed Rebecca under the bridge. Wrong. Rebecca Godfrey spends time with Josephine and Dusty to get the full story about what happened to Reena Virk.
I'll make you a deal. I'll take you down there, show you what happened. But I want you to take me to New York with you, and I want to be the star of your book.
In episode 2, Joe takes her under the bridge, bragging about the attack, and to Dusty's surprise, confesses to actually killing Reena herself. But in reality, this didn't happen with Rebecca.
You're not about to rat on me, are you? That's what I thought.
The series left out 2 key figures, Anya and Nadja, a pair of sisters who heard the rumors about a girl being murdered and took it upon themselves to find out the truth. Joe brought them to the scene and continued sharing details. According to Godfrey and her book, they were the only teens who brought this information to the police. She considered them, quote, the true heroes of the book.
I found out as much as I could and tried to be as respectful as possible. I'm sure I could have done more. I know I could have done more.
Number 5, Rebecca and Warren's relationship. Right, somewhat. As the on-screen Rebecca Godfrey gets to know the youth of her hometown, she develops a bond with Warren Glowatsky, who, despite his tough exterior, is portrayed as charming. It's implied that he reminds her of her late brother Gabe, or that she saw herself in him.
But I think he just reminded me of myself. Because we're both the reason that someone died.
The real Godfrey did have a brother named Jonathan who died by drowning when she was young. Her book shows that she empathized with Warren and his circumstances. Her goal was to show his humanity even though he took someone's life. But the series suggests their relationship was so close it was bordering on inappropriately familial. As far as taking psychedelics together and lending him her brother's suit, that's seemingly all fiction.
He didn't do anything.
I know when you're lying.
Elizabeth, Becca, is he a suspect?
No.
Number 4, Kelly kept Reena's shoes. Wrong.
Warren said that before they were in the water, Kelly made Reena take her shoes off. She told him they're Steve Madden. Joe likes them. I'm not just gonna leave them.
Anyone familiar with the Reena Virk case prior to Under the Bridge already knew that Kelly Ellard was one of the 2 people convicted of second-degree murder. The series reveals her guilt early on when Joe finds Reena's shoes in the closet. She claims that she, quote, did it for Joe, and kept the shoes for her. However, this wasn't what happened.
You're not my size.
Though their accounts differ, the morning after Reena's death, Nicole, Kelly, and Missy went to make sure none of her stuff was still in the area. It was Cook who allegedly disposed of the shoes in a downtown dumpster.
Nicole put them in her bag and we just kept walking. I mean, that's possible, but I don't remember a lot about that day.
Number 3, Cam Bentland was a police officer on the case. Wrong. With adaptations of true stories, fictional characters are often created to serve a purpose. Lily Gladstone's character Cam Bentland is not based on an actual Saanich police officer. But the creators have said she is somewhat of an amalgamation of people who gave Godfrey information for the book. The character's history and romantic relationship are also fictionalized.
So, do you want to get dinner later?
I don't know if I want to sit through a whole meal with you.
This invented character is there to provide another perspective on the tragic crime, specifically an indigenous person who can relate to Reena. She also pushes for the investigation, taking the place of the brave sisters Anya and Nadja.
All right, look, if you want to take this to the dive team, you have my blessing. But it's going to be your name on the operations plan. It's your rep.
Yeah.
Number 2, Kelly's outburst in court. Right. Izzy G has received praise for her chilling performance as convicted murderer Kelly Marie Ellard. In one of the most unsettling scenes, Ellard takes the stand in her own trial and lashes out during questioning, repeatedly yelling the same words of denial.
I did not kill Reena Virk! I did not kill Reena Virk! I did not kill Reena Virk! And I will repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until the day I die! I do not care how much jail time I do! I do not care!
The real Ellard did display bizarre behavior, including intense outbursts and randomly speaking in a British accent. However, it isn't true that she got out of juvie because she was scared.
Don't you have to go to your trial?
Oh. Yeah. So stupid, I still have to.
In total, Ellard, who later changed her name to Carrie Marie Sim, went through 3 trials. In 2009, Canada's Supreme Court finally upheld her guilty conviction.
It is that she has started to take some ownership for her actions. She started to talk more about it to the counselors she sees as part of the parole process.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Kelly blamed Warren for the murder. Wrong. In real life, she implicated her best friend.
Look, we won't have to go to Mexico if we get the cops on someone else they knew was there that night. No one can rat on us if we rat first.
Josephine Bell didn't have a relationship with her mother. Wrong. She actually did live with her mom at times.
My mom's boyfriend couldn't handle me. He said it was either me or him, so I was like, great. I love to live on my own anyway.
Warren's 3 and 7 statement happened in court. Wrong. His culpability ratings were said in a police interview.
3 and 7. You were 3 out of 10? For doing what?
Josephine Bell asked for John Gotti's lawyer. Right. Another troubling remark in a serious situation.
You better get me John Gotti's lawyer.
I don't think he's available.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Verks forgave Warren Glowatsky. Right.
You're going back to New York, aren't you? You're saying goodbye.
No. Actually, somebody told me they wanted me to bring you to them.
In the finale, Rebecca Godfrey goes to visit Warren Glowatsky and surprises him with someone who wants to speak to him, Reena Verk's mother. The powerful scene shows Suman being honest about her feelings towards the young man who senselessly took her daughter's life. But for her and her family's sake, she forgives him.
My faith, we believe in mercy. So I came for that. To say, I forgive you.
The real-life Suman and Manjeet Verk did have compassion, but it happened much later, not during the time of the trial of Kelly Ellard. Glowatsky worked through a restorative justice process with them, and they ultimately advocated for his parole in 2010.
If he wants to change his life from his former course of actions or his former course of bad lifestyle, and if he wants to reform himself, I think we should totally support him.
What did you think about the show? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
What if they trick me into saying the wrong things?
Well, they're not going to trick you into saying the wrong things if you tell the truth.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.